Okay guys, now that we have familiarized you with the concept of traditional foam rolling, I want to introduce you to another method that you can use, which will actually take your foam rolling to another level, meaning make more of an impact in regards to those trigger points and those adhesions and your ability to target them and to try to correct the issues that you're having related to those using your foam roller. Now, this specific technique, referred to as tacking and flossing, really only works if you have a roller or a rolling device, whether it's a supernova or a ball or a foam roller itself that has some texture to it. And the reason is, what we're trying to achieve when we tack and floss is we're trying to get a grip on the tissue and move the tissue back and forth. Just imagine that you have a bag of Twizzlers that's been in the hot car and all the Twizzlers have melted together. Our goal here is to remove the different layers and the adhesions that are sticking those Twizzlers, AKA our different tissues, together. And that's what's going to restore proper function. So the way that you would incorporate tacking and flossing, or the way that you would execute it, is you get into any position like you would with your typical roll. So I'm going to use my IT band for example. Once you find one of those tender points, those trigger points, those adhesions where it's really sensitive, you want to focus on putting your weight into that point. You want to relax, you want to try to breathe, try not to fight it. It's going to be uncomfortable. And then once you have that position locked in, what you're going to do is you're going to lengthen and shorten the muscle. So you're going to do whatever that muscle does. For instance, my IT band, what I'm going to do in order to lengthen and shorten the muscle is I'm going to flex the knee and extend the knee. I'm going to do so in a nice controlled manner, and while I'm doing so, I'm trying to make sure that I'm applying pressure to that trigger point, that adhesion, that tender area, that knot, whatever you want to refer to it as. Because again, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create a little bit of friction between the different tissues, and I'm trying to get them to let go of one another. So tacking and flossing is extremely effective at breaking up adhesions, but again, it requires a textured rolling device. So if you have a smooth roller, it might not work so well. My suggestion is take your time with this method. If you're already experiencing a lot of soreness and tenderness with typical foam rolling, then you may want to wait a little bit until you become a little bit more acquainted or a little bit more desensitized or a little more comfortable with traditional rolling before you start to implement the tacking and flossing method, because it is a little more intense, but it does have a tremendous benefit. So once you're ready, go ahead, tack and floss those trigger points, guys. It'll help out tremendously.